Welcome to the world of powerful wood splitters that tear through massive logs with absolute precision. This is where machines reign over the forest timber. Subscribe now to experience raw, satisfying power. Welcome to Woodpath channel. The Albach Diamond 2000, operated by Lohnunternehmen Wedel, performs its task with remarkable precision and efficiency, as if programmed to waste nothing. Its strong yet agile grapple arm carefully lifts small logs and gently feeds them into the machine's core, where razor-sharp blades spin at high speed. The moment the wood meets the blades, it is swiftly and cleanly processed into uniform wood chips, ready for reuse. The machine completes its work like a skilled craftsman, making full use of every inch of the log, leaving behind no waste, not even a splinter. Every movement speaks of control and optimization, as though the machine understands the true value of the wood it's processing. The 2020 Morbark 6400 XT is diligently performing its task, grinding large logs into fine wood chips with relentless mechanical strength. Its engine hums steadily, like the focused breathing of a tireless worker. Yet, no matter how powerful it is, the grinder can't feed itself. It relies on the help of its trusty partner, the grapple loader. Like a loyal friend, the loader carefully lifts each heavy log, raises it high, and delivers it straight into the machine's intake, like feeding a big slice of cake to a hungry companion. The Morbark 6400 XT wastes no time, devouring each log eagerly and tearing it apart into clean, softwood chips with impressive precision. At a job site in Australia, the Bandit 21 XP chipper is demonstrating its raw power as it tackles some of the densest and hardest timber imaginable, the kind of wood that challenges even the most robust industrial equipment. A large grapple loader carefully lifts a massive log with thick, tangled branches and slowly feeds it into the intake chute of the running chipper. The moment the wood touches the feed rollers, the razor-sharp steel blades inside the Bandit 21 XP roar to life, beginning their relentless work, slicing, smashing, and grinding the bulky timber into neat, uniform wood chips. The sound is intense, metal against hardwood, loud and powerful. Each rotation of the blade is a decisive, unstoppable strike. The chipper doesn't flinch. Within minutes, the entire log, including its heavy limbs, is reduced to chips. The discharge chute sprays out the finished product, a golden stream of fine mulch tumbling under the sun, proof of the Bandit's immense capability and crushing efficiency on even the toughest wood. The Bioforgagen's HIM 820, a high-capacity wood chipper, roars as it tackles a large pile of thick branches stacked nearby. Its internal blades spin at high speed, pulling in each branch and turning it into chips in an instant. The entire work area is engulfed in thick smoke and airborne wood dust. The scene becomes hazy, with only the blurred movements of the grapple arm and flashes of metal from the chipping chamber visible as the branches are shredded to pieces. This is the Jansen GTS 1500E, a compact and powerful wood chipper designed for homeowners, landscapers, and small farms. Powered by a 15 horsepower engine, it can easily chip branches up to 10 centimeters thick. Thanks to its self-feeding system and wide hopper, the GTS 1500E pulls and brush effortlessly and turns it into clean, consistent wood chips. Ideal for garden cleanup, storm debris, or tree pruning, this machine offers excellent performance with simple, reliable operation. Built tough, built for you. The Bandit wood chipper roars to life, ready for action. Massive logs go in, and within seconds, they're shredded into fine chips. With a powerful engine and heavy-duty blades, Bandit machines are built for serious work. From forestry to land clearing, nothing stands in its way. Fast, tough, reliable. That's the power of Bandit. The PEZZOLATO PTH 1000 to 820G, a high-capacity drum wood chipper, powered by the formidable FENDT 942 Vario, a German-engineered tractor delivering 415 horsepower. Together, they form a seamless powerhouse, a mechanical marvel built for industrial-scale wood processing. With precision and strength, the hydraulic grapple arm grabs massive timber bundles, lifting them effortlessly and feeding them into the chipper's mouth. Inside, razor-sharp knives spin at incredible speeds, shredding whole logs into thousands of fine chips in mere seconds, all under the thunderous roar of the engine. A stream of shredded wood bursts from the discharge chute, rising skyward and piling up into towering mounds of uniform chips, like engineered mountains of biomass. This isn't just power, it's productivity perfected, enabling high-volume throughput with remarkable efficiency and reliability. PEZZOLATO and FENDT, the ultimate blend of force, finesse, and future-ready forestry technology. The self-propelled PTH 1400 to 1000 LLROAD PEZZOLATO wood chipper, powered by a highly potent 700 horsepower Volvo engine, is currently undergoing operational testing. As the engine roars to life, a thunderous growl echoes through the testing forest, announcing the unparalleled power of this machine. Immediately, the large alloy steel drum begins to spin at extreme speeds, its sharp blades slicing through massive logs, crushing them into uniformly sized chips. The agile self-propelled arm precisely positions each log directly into the drum's core without a moment's hesitation. The machine's operating sound is intense. The engine's roar combines with the steel cutting wood and the cascading chips, creating a distinctive and powerful industrial symphony. The ground lightly trembles beneath the machine's heavy weight as its tracks move confidently over uneven terrain. The chipped wood fragments are ejected with a strong blast from the exhaust chute, forming a fine cloud of golden brown dust around the machine, an impressive demonstration of its capacity to handle large and hard wood. The testing process runs smoothly, proving the superior stability and efficiency of the PTH 1400 to 1000 ALLROAD. In the heart of a frozen forest, where silence reigns and snow blankets the earth, a lone machine breaks the stillness. Flakes drift gently through the air, but the cold doesn't slow the work. With mechanical grace, the hydraulic arm extends, gripping each icy log with strength and control. The snow crunches beneath heavy tires as the machine moves with purpose, unfazed by the harsh winter landscape. This is not just a machine, it is resilience in motion. Against the bitter cold, against the weight of the load, it continues. In a world where nature tests every step, man's invention answers with power and precision. The snow may fall endlessly, but the work never stops. Deep in the forest, the silence is broken by the soft hum of hydraulics. A powerful machine moves into place, and its mechanical arm, precise and fluid, extends outward. One by one, it grips the freshly fallen logs, lifting them gently from the forest floor as if they weighed nothing. The strength of steel and the finesse of engineering come together in perfect harmony. Each movement is calculated, controlled, almost graceful. This is not just logging, it's the dance of machine and nature. Designed for efficiency, built for power, the hydraulic arm turns a heavy-duty task into a seamless operation. In the world of modern forestry, muscle meets precision, and the forest moves at the will of the machine. In the middle of the forest, the Komatsu 895 gets to work. Its powerful hydraulic arm grabs heavy logs with ease, swinging them onto the trailer with smooth, steady precision. Every movement is controlled, every load perfectly balanced. With its massive strength and high load capacity, the 895 is a true giant of the woods, born to move timber, built to perform. In the heart of a wet and muddy forest, the Metsis 608F powers through without hesitation. Its extra-wide tracks provide unmatched stability, gliding over soft, soggy terrain where other machines would struggle. Designed for extreme conditions, the 608F works with confidence, picking up logs and moving effortlessly through mud and water. Strong, steady, and reliable, it's a machine built to conquer the swamp. Deep within the forest, the silence is broken by the steady rumble of a powerful machine. A logging vehicle emerges from the trees, dragging behind it massive logs, the result of hours of careful work. The path is muddy and narrow, but the machine pushes forward, undeterred. Each log tells a silent story of growth, time, and the balance between use and preservation. This is not just transport. It's the beginning of a journey where raw nature is carefully brought into the hands of industry, to be transformed into things that build lives. With a full load of freshly harvested timber, the powerful truck begins its journey back to the collection site. But this is no easy road. Ahead lies a muddy, treacherous path, carved by rain and heavy use. Each rotation of the wheels sends mud flying as the machine pushes through the resistance of nature. The weight of the wood presses down, testing the engine's strength and the driver's skill. Step by step, the truck powers forward, unstoppable, unshaken. This is the silent battle of man, machine, and the wilderness, and today, the machine wins. The rain has just stopped, and the forest is soaked and glistening. Steam rises gently from the wet ground as the grapple machine rolls in. Its arm extends with strength and precision, gripping slick, rain-soaked logs with ease. Mud clings to the tires, water drips from the branches, but the work doesn't pause. In this fresh, misty silence, the forest breathes, and the machine gets to work. Deep in a remote, snow-covered forest, nature stands silent except for the steady roar of machinery. A massive logging vehicle rumbles through the icy landscape, its wheels crunching over frozen ground. Snowflakes drift gently from the sky, dusting the towering pine trees as the vehicle pulls an enormous log from the heart of the forest. This is not just a display of strength, but a scene of precision and resilience. The operator inside the cabin moves with calm expertise, guiding the mechanical arm with practiced ease. Each movement is calculated, every action purposeful. The contrast between the cold wilderness and the warm hum of machinery is striking. Man and machine in perfect harmony against the harshness of winter. In the middle of a snow-covered forest, a powerful skidder moves steadily between the trees. Its massive tires crunch through the thick blanket of snow, leaving deep tracks behind. Behind the machine, a heavy tree trunk drags across the frozen ground. The steel winch cable holds it firmly as the engine growls under the strain. Snow sprays to the sides as the log scrapes across the icy terrain. The cold wind howls through the forest, but the skidder pushes forward without hesitation. Its exhaust releases clouds of steam into the frosty air. Tree after tree, it continues its essential task, pulling timber out of the silent, snowy woods. The terrain is brutal, thick mud clings to the tires like glue. But this homemade forwarder doesn't hesitate. With every spin of the wheel, it digs deeper, pushing through the sludge with raw power. Trees tower on both sides, but the path ahead is clear. Built from scrap and driven by purpose, this machine was made for challenges like this. No road? No problem. It's forging its own way through the wild. As the machine rumbles closer, the fallen logs come into view. These are no small branches. They're heavy, solid trunks, each weighing hundreds of kilograms. But to this forwarder, it's just another day's work. The claw arm extends, steady and controlled, gripping the log like a giant hand. With a hiss of hydraulics, it lifts the tree off the forest floor. Quietly, powerfully, the machine begins its harvest. The forest is tight, narrow paths, thick underbrush, uneven ground. But the forwarder handles it like a pro. It inches forward, adjusting direction with surgical precision. Branches scrape the frame, mud splashes up the sides, but the machine keeps its pace. Every move is calculated. Every turn is deliberate. This isn't just brute force, it's control, balance, and experience molded into metal and motion. With the logs secured, it's time to head out. The forwarder turns and retraces its path, this time with a full load. The extra weight pushes the suspension to the limit, but the machine doesn't flinch. Mud churns beneath the tires as it climbs back through the same boggy terrain. Each log is precious cargo, and nothing will stop this ride until they reach their destination. In this remote wilderness, reliability means everything, and this forwarder delivers. The FMG 678 logging machine slowly makes its way into the forest. Its heavy-duty wheels roll steadily over the muddy terrain. The sound of the engine echoes through the trees, signaling the start of a new day's work. Deep inside the forest, the FMG 678 extends its hydraulic arm. With impressive precision, it grips, cuts, and lifts the trees. Each log is carefully stacked onto the trailer. The machine works efficiently, even in the wet and slippery conditions. After loading all the logs, the FMG 678 pauses for a moment. The driver checks the load and secures everything tightly. The engine revs again, ready for the difficult trip back through the muddy trails. Now fully loaded, the machine slowly moves through the forest path. Thick mud splashes around the wheels as it pushes forward. Despite the slippery and uneven road, the FMG 678 continues its journey without hesitation. Emerging from the forest, the FMG 678 completes its task. The logs are secured, and the machine heads toward the lumber processing site. Behind it, the forest remains quiet, ready to grow again. Deep in the forest, the Kronman 300 moves through narrow paths and rough terrain with ease. Compact but powerful, this small forwarder is built for agility in tight spaces. The operator skillfully controls the hydraulic arm, which extends and grips a freshly cut log. With steady motion, the machine lifts the log and places it onto the trailer behind. Despite its small size, the Kronman 300 handles the workload efficiently, making it ideal for small-scale logging operations in dense forests.